So recently, George Janko was asked about his language by the Girls Gone Bible girls. He thought it wasn't a big deal as long as his cursing wasn't used in a negative way towards somebody. Do Christians make a bigger deal about cursing than we should? Hey guys, I'm Johnny. As I said before, I grew up in the church, but I fell away really hard. I lived a life of sin and rebellion, but God supernaturally called me back to himself, and I promised I would never walk away again. But during that time returning to the church, I was helping one of my close friends who was the youth pastor. My friend told me he couldn't make one of the meetings and he asked me if I could cover for him. Now, I was trying to get my life on track, but one thing that wasn't there yet was my speech. As I preached this one sermon for these kids from Newark, New Jersey, I dropped so many four-letter words, their eyeballs popped out of their head, mainly with excitement. All the kids left that youth service saying, "Man, Johnny was awesome." But why did those inner city kids love my sermon? Because it was justifying their lifestyle. Their parents and church family were trying to tell them to not act like the world, yet I come in like some zealous fool and basically undid everything they were trying to instill on those teenagers. Cursing is never used as something positive in Scripture. There was a cursing we saw by God that brought some sort of destruction on people. Jesus cursed the fig tree and it dies. Cursing someone was to bring shame and disaster upon them. Look at Balak. He summoned Balaam to try to bring curses upon God's people in Numbers 22. So there's the act of calling down curses, and then there's the language of cursing. When George Janko was getting pressed by the Girls Gone Bible girls, they brought up an excellent passage, Matthew 26, when Peter denies Jesus 3 times. The crowd kept saying, "Yes, we saw you. You're one of his disciples." And Peter said no. And he finally started cursing, which made the people say, "Oh yeah, you got nothing to do with Jesus." See, cursing is associated with nasty language. The Bible talks about this. It's called corrupt communication. Ephesians 4:29, "Let no corrupt talk come out of your mouths, but only such is good for a building up as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear." Colossians 3:8, "But now you yourselves are to put off all these, anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language out of your mouth." Let's keep it going. Ephesians 5:3-4. "But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not even be named among you as is fitting for saints. Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor coarse jesting, which are not fitting, but rather giving of thanks." See, God keeps showing us filthy, nasty, raunchy language is not associated with his kingdom. It's perversion. It's part of Satan's kingdom. Should Christians curse? Definitely not. Jesus says this in Matthew 15:11. "It is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but what comes out of the mouth. This defiles a person." What comes out of our mouth shows our hearts. Our language shows who we align with. Let our speech be noble and pure. Let it set us apart from the ones we are trying to save with the good news of the gospel. I hope you have a great day. Take care.